Yo, what's up guys, it's Nerd Bomber here back in with another video, and today in this video is a start of a completely new series on the channel where we're going to be opening up, in this series we're going to be opening up the new Mighty Morphin Power Rangers Reignition Automorphing Ranger figures in the line. And the first one we're going to start with is Tommy Oliver, aka the Green Ranger. So I decided to go. So how is it going to work? Is that I am going to, so far the plan is to try to go in morphing order. So after the Green Ranger, then we'll do the black, then the pink, then the blue, then the yellow, then the red, and then finally red will be the last, and then we'll wait until the White Ranger comes out, and then we'll do a White Ranger. But anyway, here is the figure. As you can see, it has the Mighty Morphin Power Rangers Reignition logo. It has the 5 core Rangers helmets on the side. It says head flipping morphin action. It says try me, press lever on the back. It says automorphing Green Ranger Playmates toys. And as you can see right off the bat, there's something weird about this Green Ranger, is that he comes with a blade blaster in both gun mode, in both blaster mode and in sword mode, and you're like, in blade mode, and you're like, wait a minute, the Green Ranger never had a blade blaster. And you'd be correct, but for some reason they decided, unless there's like an episode of the show where he did use a blade blaster for like a quick bit, to my knowledge he never uses a blade blaster. So hey, oh well, what you gonna do? It's what they decided to do. But at least it comes with the Dragon Dagger. And the weirdest thing is that they made it gold with silver. Like, I understand the silver, but why gold? If you're gonna make it one solid color, why not make it either green or black? Because the Dragon Dagger isn't really gold, it's green. Like, you could have just made it all of this green with a silver blade, and then paint the blade silver, or just had it be black and then paint the silver, and then that could have been much better. But anyway, I mean, I like the gold. But anyway, on the back it gives you a bio about the Green Ranger, some like stats, tells you a synopsis about the Mighty Morphin team and the show. And then right here it says collect all the Power Rangers and villains. So you get here's all the figures in the Automorphin line, and the villain line. In the villain line, I've already did a review on Rita. They don't have Goldar and Putty Patroller aren't out yet. And at my local Walmart, they had the Green Ranger, Black Ranger, Red Ranger, and Blue Ranger. They did not have any pinks, and they didn't have any yellows, which is a little bit weird, but hey, what you gonna do? So my plan is to eventually do videos of all these, and if I can't find pink and yellow on time, then I'll just if I can't find pink and yellow in time, then I would just do the guys first, and then do the pinks and then do the girls when I eventually find them. But anyway, as you can see, it has like this hole on the back, and it has this lever. So what you do is you push the lever and the head flips. So yeah, that's the main gimmick for this line. So yeah, let's get them open and take a look. And here he is. here he is out of the box. And he's pretty cool, I'm not gonna lie, he looks pretty cool. But before we take a closer look at the figure, let's take a closer look at the accessories. So here is the Blade Blaster in its gun form. As you can see, some of these are a little bit warped, but there's no big deal. Just like, you can just push it up, bent it up a bit, and then we should go, or take a heat gun, heat it up, and then slightly and get it back to shape. But anyway, there's the Blade Blaster. In gun mode, here's the blade mode. Pretty cool that they actually painted these. Thank God that they actually painted these, because usually in Power Ranger releases, mainly the basic, the like mainline ones, they usually have these in white. Usually just cast these in white plastic and usually never paint them. But at least they're painted here. Not the blade, though. But that's fine. So, yeah, there's the... there's the Blade Blasters. Now let's take a look at the Dragon Dagger. So here's the Dragon Dagger. As you can see, it has the details on both sides. It has the power coin. In the middle, it has the buttons, and it has nice sculpted work. Now, before we get on to the figure, just wanted to say that on the holster isn't really designed it's not really designed for the Dragon Dagger. You could wedge it in there, but it's not really meant for the Dragon Dagger. The holster is actually made for the Blade Blaster. So it just goes in there. It's not really made for this. It's made for the Blade Blaster, which is inaccurate to the show, but hey, what are you gonna do? You had to have it incorporated somewhere. But anyway, taking a look at the head sculpt, at the helmet sculpt, it's pretty good. So yeah, got the little tiny morpher. It does have it. They did attempt to sculpt in his particular power coin. You got the dragon shield, looking pretty good in that nice gold paint. Got the legs, the back, and now we flip. Here's the Tommy head. Looks pretty good. He has they specifically did the version where he had the green bandana. So yeah, that's pretty cool. He has the long hair. So yeah, pretty cool. Now articulation on this thing. Now there's since this is the Automorphin line, there's not going to be that much articulation, but there will be a basic figure line that will have more articulation. But this is the articulation that the Automorph figures have. So the arms only move around 360. They do have elbow joints. The wrist turns, they do not go in and out. As you can clearly see, you just have to loosen it up. You just have to loosen it up a bit, and it will work perfectly fine. And then for the legs are interesting. So they can move, they can kick forward, kick back, bend at the knee, swivel at the knee, and swivel at the foot. But as you'll be thinking they can't go in and out. But you can see the leg twist. So when you twist the leg, then you're able to have the leg go out. Not too far out, but you can still have it go out a bit. And yeah, so let's give him his blade. So let's give him his dragon dagger. And these blade blaster popped out, so put that back in. And so now it's time for some comparison. So yeah, just trying to make him stand. And now we go on to comparisons. Now for some comparisons that I have, here he is next to a Bandai 5-inch Ranger, and he's a little bit tall. He's just a bit taller, roughly around the same height from head to toe. No wait, he's actually a little bit bigger. But it's not too much of a difference compared to this. So yeah, so that was that comparison. Here he is next to one of Hasbro's 6-inch Ranger figures, and obviously the 6-inch figure is going to be a lot more. It's going to be a lot taller. It's roughly a little bit tall, just like a little bit taller, but roughly around the same size, it looks like. Just a little bit taller. And then here he is next to his evil master, his evil queen, Rita Repulsa. From the evil space alien line of this line. So yeah, I am surprised that the Green Ranger does not come with a sword of darkness like you would like. What would make this Green Ranger a whole lot better, in my opinion. Overall the figure itself gets a solid 7 out of 10 for me. Like it's a good. I recommend picking up these Morphin figures. They're actually pretty good. But what would have easily made this a 10, like a 9 or even a 10 out of 10, if the arms had if you just put in an extra joint in the arms for it can go out. But I can understand that. But I can let that slide because of the flipping gimmick. There probably wasn't any room to put in a joint here for it to go out like this. So I can understand why. They didn't put a joint there. But they should have replaced They should have replaced both blade blasters They should have replaced both of the blade blasters and just given him a sword and given him the sword of darkness. What the frick, playmates? You had one job and you screwed it up. Why didn't you give him a blade? Why didn't you give him a sword of darkness? And instead, you give him a blade blaster that he never uses? Unreal, playmates. Unreal. But anyway, yeah, this was the first review of the Automorphin figures. This is the review of the Automorphin Green Ranger, and I'll see you all next time with most likely the Black Ranger next.